In the opening scene, we are introduced to a rich and powerful industrialist named Sudeep. He is practicing shooting a firearm in a training center. Sudeep doesn't miss a single shot, impressing everyone around him amidst the training session. His business partner and friend Aditya approaches him. The two have to attend an important business meeting in a few minutes, but Sudeep is entirely oblivious to it. Aditya asks him to be more responsible, considering their client is hard to please, but Sudeep only ignores him. Instead, he approaches a young woman on the other side of the field and seductively teaches her to fire a shot somewhere else. A young miniature artist named Bindu builds a tiny heart, but is not satisfied with the work when the power goes out. She moves her setup by the side of the window and tries to use the moonlight to finish the mini sculpture. Nani is Bindu's next door neighbor who has had a crush on her for the past 2 years. Bindu hardly ever acknowledges him, but the guy is persistent to someday make her fall in love with him. He sees her struggling to work because of the darkness, so he builds a makeshift light bulb using torchlight and aluminum foil. She happily completes the sculpture, thanks to him, however. After she's done, she simply closes her window and goes to sleep. Nani's friend calls her rude for not even thanking him, but smitten in love. Nani claims that she closed the window to help him, because if she hadn't, he would have waited for her the entire night. The following day, Sudeep holds an exclusive party celebrating the 3rd anniversary of his company. One of his clients, who has been giving him a hard time recently, gives him a file as a gift. Aditya is surprised as to how the guy agreed to sign the papers, but his doubts turn into surprise when he notices that the client's wife is the woman who Sudeep had seduced back in the firearm training center. Sudeep has managed to close a deal with a client using his wife following that the business partners go to the bar to get a drink and celebrate the success. As they talk, we find out that the source of Sudeep's wealth is his late wife, who he killed a few years ago. Since then, he has taken over her company and has been running it as his own. Apart from being a miniature artist, Bindu also runs an NGO called Project 511 that promotes children's education. She is at the Project 511 office preparing to buy books for unprivileged children. But the organization is low on funding. Someone suggests Bindu arrange a meeting with Sudeep because his company is looking to support a nonprofit organization when she is in his office. Sudeep gets a glimpse of her and is instantly attracted by her beauty. She explains to him about the charitable deeds of her organization, but he is too distracted checking her out at the end of the meeting. Sudeep hands her a check of 15 lakh rupees, which takes Bindu by surprise. She thanks him in gratitude, unknown to his true intentions. A few days later, they distribute books and stationery to the unprivileged students in their neighborhood. After the program, Sudeep asked Bindu to join him for lunch in a fancy restaurant when they are ready to order. Bindu gets a text from Nani, who compliments her looks. She skims around and sees him watching her from the other side of the restaurant. Bindu cannot get her eyes off him and ignores Sudeep entirely. The man notices her watching someone else, which hurts his ego after the meal. Sudeep drives her home, but she stops him midway, saying that she has to shop for groceries after she walks away. Sudeep follows her and sees that she is together with Nani. He is enraged with anger and jealousy. No woman has ever ignored him like that. So he makes it his mission to separate Bindu and Nani.